This message didn't arrive by chance. It found you now for a reason, a divine reason, because there is something unfolding in your life that needs your attention immediately. There is a spiritual presence around you, subtle but serious, and it's closer than you might think. You may not see it with your eyes, but you felt it, an unsettling energy lingering in your space, something that doesn't belong, something that shifts the air and clouds your clarity. You've noticed how your emotions have been fluctuating, how your dreams have taken a strange turn, how exhaustion hits you even when you've done very little. These are not isolated events. They are symptoms of a deeper interference. Archangel Michael is reaching out with urgency because you are being drawn into something hidden, carefully laid out by someone you once trusted. The trap wasn't set with loud alarms or visible warnings. No, it was wrapped in familiarity and laced with intention. This person didn't have to enter your room to leave a mark. Her energy was enough. Through something small, perhaps even beautiful, she left behind a spiritual residue that's been disrupting your peace from the shadows. You might not even remember receiving it. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe it was something she touched in your home. But it has weight, not physical, but spiritual. And that weight has been pressing down on your space ever since. There's a woman in your life who smiles in public, speaks softly, appears supportive. But there is another side to her, one hidden behind that calm demeanor. She speaks differently when you're not around. Her words, her thoughts, even her silence hold intentions that do not align with love or care. She envies your light, your growth, the way your spirit keeps rising no matter how much you've gone through. She wanted to dim that light, to slow you down, not through confrontation, but through spiritual interference. She knows more about you than she should, where you live, how you move, what matters to you. That's why she chose something subtle to affect you. It's not just about bad luck or a streak of misfortune. This is something deeper. Something that was planted. There's a part of your room, maybe a certain corner or a shelf, that's been feeling heavier. You might have dismissed it as nothing. But it's not your imagination. That pressure, that change in air, it's real. It's a disturbance meant to interfere with your natural protection. Objects carry energy, and this one carries hers. It holds her frustration, her jealousy, and the energy she poured into it while pretending to wish you well. Every time you've felt like you were losing momentum, every day you've woken up feeling more drained, more confused, it's been working. It was never just random. This isn't something that can be brushed off with a quick prayer or a casual cleansing. This is about recognizing that someone you gave space to, someone you accepted, made a calculated choice to pull you down spiritually. She wanted to be close, just enough to plant a seed of chaos, and then sit back and watch what would unfold. The object she left behind, however small or ordinary, was never meant to be a gift. It was meant to be a doorway, a way to send energy into your life without physically being there. Maybe you've already sensed something was off. That time you felt cold air with no source, or heard a faint sound that didn't make sense, those were nudges. Your intuition has been speaking. Maybe you've even had dreams lately that didn't feel like yours, that left you waking up confused or heavy. That wasn't just your mind wandering. It was interference, signals, warnings. The energy from that object reaches you in sleep, when your guard is down, when your soul is most open. And it's not just affecting your sleep. It's been seeping into your relationships, your communication, your creativity. Things that once flowed with ease now feel strained. Conversations take wrong turns. Your memory feels scattered. You find yourself second-guessing decisions you would have made with confidence before. That's not coincidence. That's strategy. She placed that item into your space, knowing it would change how you think, how you feel, and how you connect with others. That's how deep her envy runs. She saw your light, your strength, and decided to dim it not by attacking your body but your spirit. But Archangel Michael is not silent. Heaven is not asleep. You are not abandoned to this. You're being called now to act, to trust what your spirit has been sensing. There's something in your room, and your soul knows what it is. You may not have looked at it twice. It might blend in. It might even hold sentimental value. But when you hold it, your body reacts. You tense up. You feel uneasy. That's your final sign. Remove it quietly, intentionally. Don't talk about it. Don't ask others. Don't confront her. Just act. When you discard it far from your home, without burying it nearby, without burning it inside your space, you'll feel something shift. It may be a sudden breath of relief, a release of pressure, a warmth returning. That's your spirit reclaiming its ground. Cleanse your space afterward. Speak to your room with love and protection. Light, prayer, intentional energy fill every corner with your voice and your presence. Because that's what she was trying to steal, your presence, your fullness. Your phone may have picked up strange signs, blurry photos, battery drains, glitches that felt strange. These weren't just tech issues. She's been watching you in more ways than one. Spiritually, electronically, even through others she has influenced. You've felt this isolation lately, haven't you? Some people who once were close now seem distant, without explanation. That's not just life shifting, it's her manipulation. She's whispered lies, planted doubts, stirred confusion, and some believed her, but not everyone. You're not alone in this. You have spiritual guardians watching, intervening even when you didn't know it. That's why you're reading this now. Because this message was meant to arrive when you were ready to see, to wake up, to protect what's sacred. And you are protected. She's done this before, hurt others emotionally, left them broken. But with you, it stops. You were never meant to fall the way others did. You were meant to recognize and rise. The more you reclaim your space, the more her energy will lose its grip. You'll see it happen. Your mind will clear. Your energy will feel lighter. Your health will improve. What once felt like a fog lifting will now feel like sunlight returning. You were targeted because of your light, because you turned your wounds into wisdom, because where others gave up, you rebuilt. That's why she feared you, because you carry something she can't copy, divine resilience. Even now, as you move forward, she may try again. She may reach out, pretending to check on you. She'll smile, ask questions, offer help, but it's not real. Don't be fooled. Protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. You can forgive, but do not forget what your spirit showed you. Be wise. Be guarded. Move in silence. She wasn't expecting you to wake up like this, but now you have. And here's the truth, her spell is breaking. Every time you breathe with intention, pray with focus, light a candle with purpose, you weaken her grip. You've already begun the process just by becoming aware. And soon she'll feel the shift. Her energy will bounce back to her. The pain she wanted for you will circle back, not because you wished it, but because that's how energy works. She wasn't working alone either. There's another involved, someone she speaks to, who shares her bitterness. They've spoken your name with envy, passed your story between them like gossip, like fuel. But they didn't know how strong your spiritual foundation truly is. They underestimated how loved, how guided, how divinely protected you are. Even in your dreams, they've tried to enter. You've seen strange faces, forgotten memories, symbols that linger after you wake. That's how they creep in when you're resting. But even there, you're not alone. Your angels have been guarding you, gently shaking you awake to see what's been hidden. Remove what doesn't belong. Trust the signs. Listen to your body, your spirit, your dreams. Speak love into your home. Bless your room with your presence, your voice, your belief. Reclaim every inch of it. And once you do, you'll notice how quickly things begin to change. The heaviness will lift. The fog will clear. And peace, true, lasting peace, will return. You are rising. You are spiritually awake now. And she can't stop that. She will watch from afar as everything she tried to block becomes your breakthrough. The blessings she tried to steal will multiply. The growth she tried to slow will accelerate. You were chosen for a reason. And no shadow, no object, no curse can change that. Keep your space clear, your spirit grounded, and your energy guarded. You've already begun to win. This isn't the end of your story, it's the turning point. The moment where everything begins to shift and reshape in your favor. The interference that once clouded your space, that once made you doubt your thoughts, your feelings, your very sense of self, has finally loosened its grip. What's been happening to you wasn't random, wasn't coincidence. It was a calculated spiritual intrusion by someone who smiled to your face but harbored a deep, hidden resentment behind every kind gesture. Her goal wasn't to support you, it was to quietly contain you. But now, that silent war is over. Her final attempt to keep you bound has failed. The protection surrounding you is no longer subtle, it's bold, fierce, and unshakable. Angels have circled your space, not just in theory, but in energy, in movement, in light. You might find that your sleep changes starting tonight. What once felt like restless tossing may shift into peaceful rest. What once was haunted by strange dreams or unsettling energies will now become still. Your room will begin to feel different. And in the next couple of days, you'll notice the air itself begin to soften. A calm will return that you hadn't even realized was missing until now. As your energy resets, you may find people who once walked away beginning to reach out again. That doesn't mean their presence is meant to stay. Some return not out of love but curiosity, or worse, to test whether your strength is real. You don't owe them access. Let your silence speak. Let your peace protect you. Let your growth remain unexplained. Your glow doesn't need to be announced. It just needs to be lived. The weight that hovered around you, the fog that tangled your thoughts, is lifting. Something spiritual inside of you is stretching, awakening. And though she might still try to reach for you through sweetness, apologies, or even false concern, your shield is stronger now. Her charm can no longer camouflage her motives. Her intentions are clear. You know better. Her influence cracked the moment your awareness sparked. She will feel that loss, that shift. She'll sense the moment her plan began to fall apart, and she'll try to re-enter through old doorways. But Archangel Michael wants you to know this. Don't let the cycle repeat. Even though the object she used to anchor her energy has been removed, her influence will try to linger. She may not need to be in your space physically to continue trying to access your peace. That's why you must be vigilant. Every item she gave you, every gift that makes you feel unsure, uneasy, or confused, it's time to let it go. If you hesitate, listen to that tension in your chest. That's your confirmation. That's your spirit recognizing what your eyes cannot yet see. Trust that feeling. This message itself may shake something within her, even if she never sees it. The loss of her spiritual control over your life won't go unnoticed. But it won't be your voice exposing her. It'll be her own unraveling. The collapse of her influence will happen silently, gradually, and powerfully. You don't need to confront her or explain your transformation to anyone. Just know that now the energy around you is different. The resistance in your life, the delays, the disconnection, the draining emotions is beginning to fade. It's all unraveling like smoke caught in sunlight. People who once couldn't see your light may suddenly remember your name. The ideas you abandoned might return with new clarity. Paths that seemed blocked will reopen. This isn't coincidence. This is the energy shift you've been waiting for. Still, don't be surprised if silence follows. A strange quiet might settle in your space after the cleansing. Don't fear it. That stillness isn't emptiness, it's protection. It's peace. Don't rush to fill that silence with noise or company. Let it teach you. In that space, you'll begin to hear your own spirit more clearly. The voice that once whispered beneath the chaos will now rise. That names and vision. Let it guide you. Let it speak freely again. You are no longer the same. The heaviness you've carried emotionally, spiritually, physically will begin to dissolve. Each morning your reflection will feel lighter, not just in your body, but in your spirit. You'll move through your home differently. Every corner, every wall, every space you once tiptoed through cautiously now becomes your sanctuary. That room is no longer a trap. It's a temple. And she can only watch from afar now. Her access has been revoked. Some may notice this change in you. They may not be able to explain it, but they'll feel it. Your energy no longer invites manipulation. And that's okay. You're not here to explain your healing, just to live in it. Because the truth is, most people miss the signs of spiritual warfare when it's disguised in the physical world. You didn't. You saw it. You felt it. You acted. And now you've passed a test that many don't even realize exists. She may still try to reach you in subtler ways through memories, conversations, even dreams, but don't be alarmed. That's just residual energy. It's fading. Don't fight it. Don't engage it. Just let your light be your boundary. You don't need to burn bridges. Just build new ones toward your future. From here forward, your intuition will sharpen. You'll know things before they unfold. You'll feel the truth before it's spoken. This sensitivity isn't a burden, it's a blessing. It's a spiritual reward for enduring what you did and still choosing to rise. If you pay attention, someone else may mention her soon. They might tell you something that finally connects the dots. You'll realize it wasn't just you. She's done this before. But this time her pattern has been broken. You escaped. You woke up. And that scares her more than anything else. Her power came from secrecy, from hiding in plain sight. But now the light is on and shadows can't hide in light. You don't need to get even. The truth is already working on your behalf. The spiritual laws she tried to twist are now unwinding around her. She reached into realms she didn't understand, and they've begun to push back. Her karma isn't coming, it's already begun. And your path? It's about to flourish. Growth will accelerate now. Breakthroughs will feel natural. Grace will feel familiar again. This delay was the final one before the doors open wide. Even the moment you began to take this message seriously, your energy shifted. It's subtle but strong, the way the air feels lighter, the way your chest doesn't carry the same pressure. That was real. Your spirit started cleansing itself. The shadows began pulling back. Your room has been claimed by the light now. Speak over it. Fill it with words that uplift. Let your energy wash every corner with purpose. What once was a hiding place for harm is now a birthplace for miracles. She felt it too. She may not be able to admit it, but something recoiled in her the moment her control broke. The very thing she sent out toward you turned inward, and the backlash began. Her own energy betrayed her. Archangel Michael wants you to know you are now shielded by forces she cannot reach, cannot name, cannot fight. Her spells are powerless against you. They fall like water against a flame. Don't feel guilty. Don't doubt yourself just because she tries to make you second-guess your boundaries. Her fear will mask itself in false concern. She might call you sensitive, dramatic overthinking. That's not insight, it's desperation. She sees that you've changed, and she doesn't know how to reach you anymore. That's because she can't. You've risen beyond her reach. This wasn't just about removing a cursed object. This was about reclaiming your personal power. You activated something deep within yourself, something ancient, something wise. And in the coming days, you might feel moments of intense clarity like you've lived this healing before. That's not your imagination. It's your soul remembering its path before it was interrupted. Its alignment returning. And your dreams? They'll shift too. They'll become more vivid, more revealing. Don't fear what you see in them. Embrace them. You've earned this vision. You may cry not from sadness, but from the pure release of carrying a spiritual weight that was never yours to bear. That heaviness wasn't who you were. And now that it's lifting, your soul is finally able to breathe again. Let it. Let the tears fall if they come. You're not weak for feeling this, you're finally free to feel without fear. The woman who once watched your glow with envy, who tried to dim it through deception, has lost. Every time she tries to speak your name now, your angels rise in response. You are protected. You are covered. Her hold is gone. What she once used against you has crumbled. And you're about to rise in ways she never imagined. The chains are broken. Her grip has turned to dust. And your spirit, It's just beginning to bloom. Something sacred is coming into your space, not another burden, not another attack, but a gift. A sign of divine restoration is on its way, and it may arrive quietly. It might be a bird tapping at your window, a sudden beam of light through the blinds, a dream that carries a message, or a knock you weren't expecting. These are not coincidences. They are the universe returning what was stolen from you, your peace, your joy, your time. And you're receiving it not by chance, but because you listened to that voice within and acted on it. You may have felt spiritually drained, confused, or overwhelmed by a heaviness you couldn't explain. That wasn't your imagination. It was spiritual warfare, masked in the ordinary. But you faced it, you cleared it, and because of that, something beautiful is returning to you, something more whole, more powerful than what was taken. But be alert. The woman who once tried to manipulate your energy may not approach you directly anymore. She might send someone else, an old friend, a mutual contact, to test your space again. Trust your gut. If something feels off, don't second guess it. That inner whisper is divine instruction. You don't need to explain yourself or prove anything. Just keep your moves quiet and your boundaries firm. Your silence is your shield now. The less people know about your next steps, the more those steps are protected. As your energy resets, people will notice. They'll say you're glowing, lighter, more joyful than before. That's not just in your face, it's your soul finally breathing again. You've been transformed by everything you've survived. She tried to break you in secret, but instead you've risen stronger and more aware. Now no one can manipulate you the way she once did. Even though the cursed object or connection may be gone, you may still feel emotional remnants. Write her name down, burn the paper, and declare she no longer lives in your space, your heart, or your memory. That small act holds power. It breaks the final thread. From there, you're no longer tied to her energy. Your story is moving on. Someone new is being prepared for you. A soul with healing in their presence, honesty in their eyes, and peace in their touch. Your life is making room for higher love, not a replacement, but a reward for your endurance. Everything is shifting: your room, your spirit, your future. What's next will bring more peace, more joy, and more clarity than you've known in years. Not because life is suddenly easy, but because you've chosen truth. You've chosen healing. And now no shadow she sends can enter the sacred space you've reclaimed. Stay guarded. Stay silent. Stay free. The worst is behind you, and the blessings ahead are already on their way.